I don't like this angle already. I'm pissed off. It is almost midnight. I'm sitting in front of my computer. You can see it. Whatever. Shut up. I don't know why I decided to record right now. I'm basically a dropout. I don't know. A lot has been on my mind recently. I'm actually ready to blow my head off of my shoulders. Like I'm actually ready to commit suicide. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to die. Why do my lips look, do my lips look weird? I feel like my lips look really weird right now. I got a compliment today on a TikTok and they called me cute and I felt a little bit too happy about it. I don't know why. I love compliments even though I have a really hard time accepting them sometimes. I don't know. I feel like everyone loves getting compliments though, so that's not like narcissistic or something. Um it's really late. My family is asleep. I'm not asleep. Usually, I'll probably go to sleep around like 1 a.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., sometimes 2 a.m., but I don't know. I like going to sleep at around midnight because, I mean, it's not really like I have anything to do. I usually get up at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., even though I don't do anything. Also, does anybody else have I really hope you guys can hear me because I did not. I just thought about that. I did not test the microphone. So if you guys can't hear me, I'm going to be really upset. My fan, my ceiling fan does not work like at all. And I don't have like a wall, like one mounted on the wall. So it just like is on the floor. It's one of those floor ones and it's so loud. And I hope that's why I'm using this right now because I can't even like begin to like even describe how loud it is. It's annoying. I don't know if anybody else gets like this, probably, but do you guys ever like for example, recently I've been wanting to go out more. I have a couple friends that I'm like interested in asking if they would want to like go hang out somewhere with me, but I really have a hard time enjoying things knowing that I haven't done anything. You know what I mean? Like if I had a 9 to 5 and I worked pretty much every day and then one day of the week I can go out and have fun, I would feel so accomplished. But because I don't do anything and I don't really I don't even really want to go anywhere. I don't really want to hang out with anybody. I just want people to pay attention to me. So I guess it's like that. Yeah, I just haven't done anything, so I don't feel like I'm allowed to do anything fun. I haven't done anything truly productive in life, um, like get a job, so I just kind of feel like I'm not supposed to do anything else. I don't know. Weird. Also, recently, like for some reason, I've been thinking about like dating. I'm not crazy on dating. Like I can barely picture myself like dating anyone or being married with anyone. I have a hard time. I need to stop doing that. We're only 5 minutes in recording, but I just realized, and I realized this while editing my last TikTok video that I did. I do this a lot before I start sentences. Like when I'm talking to someone, I don't do it, but when I am starting a new sentence, I do this. And you can hear it, and it's so obnoxious. I don't know why I do it. I don't know. It's kind of like a filler word for me, but it's like a filler sound. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, I have been thinking about like dating people or like being interested in someone, which that's not crazy. Like when you're my age, that's something that you think about often. I mean, that's not crazy, but I don't know, it also feels like nobody actually enjoys talking to me. You message somebody and like you can tell that the vibes are off. And you know what? I have said this before, I think, in a video, but I've said it before to like people in my real life. I am insecure when I go out in public. I am insecure like when I'm recording a video and I post it. I am insecure in general. And I hate when people say, well, they're not worried about you. They're worried about, something going on in their life. They're worried about themselves. I know that's not true because when I am out in public, I don't necessarily judge people, but I am looking at them and like observing them and like what they're wearing or what they're doing, and not in a perverted way. Not in a perverted way. I'm thinking about them in a human way. Anyways, back to dating. I have been thinking about dating, which is so funny because I, again, am not really like, I feel like I would be a good person to date, but I don't think I would be a good person to marry. And I, I know that's weird, to like weird sounding, but I think it makes sense to me. I just can't picture myself, and I've said this before. I can't picture myself old, and sometimes when I try to picture myself married, no. I think a big part of it, I know a big part of it has something to do with the fact that I think I am evil and unlovable, which is I guess that's really like, you know, awful. Also, sometimes whenever I feel pretty or handsome, I just get really embarrassed about that. I think this hair color is really pretty. My roots have grown in insane though. My hair is super soft. I got this new conditioner and shampoo thing. Um and it works really well. Recently, my mind just did a blank. I can't think of anything to say. Oh my gosh, guys. This is so random, but YouTube is so awful. YouTube is awful when it comes to blocking ads. I have blocked, blocked. I have blocked, reported. I have done everything in my power to get rid of those. Get your free stand with Israel pin today. I I don't care. I don't care about Israel. I don't give a fuck about Israel. Anyways, I was just trying to freaking look for something to talk about, and there's nothing. When I look up, can you guys tell me if I have like weird eyes? Because I know my eyes are really sensitive and messed up, and I don't even know if you can tell. I can't really see good out of this. See good? See well? I can't really see well. I can't really see good. I can't really see good. I don't know. I can't see very well out of this eye, like alone. Like right now, looking at the screen, I can see fine. I was supposed to go to the eye doctor sometime, and I haven't. So I gotta talk to my mom. I guess about that. I don't know. But I'm gonna see. Like, can you guys see if my eyes look weird? Because this eye, my left eye, I don't even know what's going on with it. I just saw myself. I look weird. I look so stupid. I'm embarrassing myself like usual. Also, my under eye bags, or not under eye bags. What is this called? The skin. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to take a quiz, like a BuzzFeed quiz. What kind of quiz should we do? Okay, I have my microphone up here. attached to a can of soda that I've been drinking on. I'm going to take one of those like personality quizzes. Um, it's like the mbti shit or something. I'm pretty sure the last time I took one, and I'm sure it's gonna be the same, but I think I was an infp. I don't know what that means, but I hope that uh, we've made some changes. I'm gonna try to answer these honestly, although I barely know myself. So this is my phone that I'm holding right here. I have no storage on my phone. So if I run out of storage, I'm gonna use screenshots. And I mean, like it's not interesting. Like it's literally just so. Here we go. Sorry. I hope the microphone is a little good. Is a little gooder. I have actually never wanted to take a sip of my drink in so much in my life. You regularly make new friends. No. Sometimes I don't think regularly, like in real life. No. So I'll just say that. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I'm bouncing my leg. I will stop. I apologize. Um, I mean, I don't have a. I don't care. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you rather with you than by factual arguments. I need to reread that. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, isn't that somewhat of like everyone? Like, you want to be right so bad? You know what I mean? I don't know. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Yes. Sometimes I let my room get a little dirty and I don't like it. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. No. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Hmm. I wonder. Obviously not. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Hey, this is the longest quiz in the world, actually. Um, People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Yeah, I I mean, I think it has to be a mix of both, but I do love hearing people out. I, I'll give that one a different one. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. You know what's funny is although I am like pretty, I don't want to say mature, and I don't want to say like I don't use schedules or anything, but I usually, you know what, I do try to stay on time. I'm only bad about deadlines when it comes to school because I am, what do you call it? I'm a flat earther. No, what do you call it? It's like a I don't know. I sometimes don't like to do things, so I just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until it builds up and then I have to do it or else they'll shoot me. You like so okay, schedules, lists, not really. But I'm not opposed to using them. Sometimes I do when it's really important. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. No. This one is a hard disagree. I only compliment people if they compliment me first. I know that's not good to do. Like, it's like, you should just compliment people to be nice. No. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. No, I don't mind having your own opinion. I think what annoys me is when like an artist has specifically said like this piece of art, music, actual art like paintings, sculptures, anything like that, when they say that it is intended for a specific audience, I think of um Mitski songs. I mean, I don't think Mitski herself or like SZA, but like if a song is explicitly about the struggles of, you know, black women or fucking like Japanese women, Asian women, anything like that, I think, you know, you should respect that. I think you're allowed to relate to it. You're allowed to, take certain lyrics or whatever and relate to it, but I think ultimately you should also understand like the perspective of the actual artist. So I just went on a rant that doesn't even matter. I'll stay in the middle. No. Uh yeah, I'll do that. I hope that when I stop recording it saves it, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be so embarrassed. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. I think it depends. I'll go in the middle. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yes. Actually, I'll change it to a hard agree, because I do often do that. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Disagree. You enjoy participating in team based activities. Shockingly, yes. But again, a lot of these questions I can answer with saying it depends. But I'm just going to say agree. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. I'll go in the middle. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Yeah, I've been trying to be more honest with myself and with other people, but sometimes, I am a very sensitive person. You have to treat me like I'm a toddler, or else I will cry. So be nice to me, or else I will be really upset. So yeah. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge in you actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Not really, I'm pretty dumb. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yeah. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. I'll say it depends. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I've talked about this, I think, of me one day maybe wanting to be a writer of some sort. Not looking good for the future. Fictional stories, though, I'm actually not too sure. I'll do in the middle. I need to stop doing that. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Not really. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. You know what? This is really funny because although I am a lazy, fat, ugly, chud whore, whenever I do know that I have something that I need to do, it's very hard for me to do something else. And if I am relaxing, and let's say I have to like sweep and mop and like do the dishes, I get really anxious in a way, and sometimes I will just like sit and just be in that anxiety that I just like don't do it, and then suddenly it's like 8 p.m. and I haven't done anything. So I'm going to say yeah, I guess. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving preserving the feelings of others. On occasion, you usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Yes. Hard agree. Your mood can change very quickly. Hard agree. My mother would also agree. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Disagree. I changed my mind. I'm going in the middle. I need to start going in the middle. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Hard agree. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. I do. Even if I'm not very smart, there's something up there. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Again, very shocking. Sometimes I do. I also occasionally like to just sit in a room with people, even if we're all on our phones. Even if we're like all on our phones, like just watching TikTok together, like YouTube or whatever, I'm fine with it. If we're all silent and just like doing our own thing, but we are together, I'm okay with it. So you know what? I'm gonna go slight agree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, not really. When facts and feelings con- when facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Yeah, yeah. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yes. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Hard disagree. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. I do not believe so. I I mean, I guess it depends on what personality I want to give to that friend, if that makes sense. Also, a lot of my friendships are currently, like I've said before, you know, mostly online. Even if I have known these people in real life, I have not seen them in real life in a very long time, you know what I mean? So I guess I disagree, but it could change, or like it could depend. I'm not going in the middle. What would happen if you just went in the middle this whole game? What would you get? You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Yes. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Hmm, I think it's in the middle. You like to have a to-do list for each day. No. But again, I would not mind if I had one. I just don't prefer it. You rarely feel insecure. Hard disagree. You avoid making phone calls. Hard agree. I hate phone calls. Sometimes I feel guilty about it, but if my mom, dad, anyone else calls me, friend, any family, I will let it ring for so long. So if you're ever in a situation where you need to call someone and they have to pick up or else you will die, do not call me. Do not call me. No. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Yes. Sometimes I don't like to be wrong, but I'm usually willing to learn. Usually. You can easily connect with people you have just met. You know what? As funny as it is, yes, I will say that I love you day two. I'm unapologetic about that. Sometimes I can be distant with people, but for the most part, if you're cool and you think I'm cool, day three, we're besties. So honestly, I'll give that an agree because I don't think it happens very often. Again, you know, I barely talk to anyone ever. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Hard agree. Won't even go into that. I'm sure I've talked about it at some point. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Disagree. I think that sometimes when it comes to like thinking too hard about the future, it's scary. But I also think it's very interesting to like think about, especially with like AI and everything, and how scary some of the AI images that I have seen, and not even just AI, but just like the news in general. Like every day, it's like Israel just murdered a bunch of children again. Donald Trump killed a woman uh, Donald Trump shot and killed a woman on the front yard of the White House. Like it's always something crazy like that. RuPaul did something on TikTok. It's crazy. The future. Sorry, I'm going too into this. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yes. Ooh, should I do a hard agree? I think I've gotten better. Who am I kidding? When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. Again, this is a situation where I think it depends on just like who you are talking to, what you were talking about, but I guess I will say semi agree. And finally, the screen recording has gone out. Thankfully, it didn't go out at like an awkward position. I am going to free up some space so that I don't have to keep taking stupid screenshots. If it cuts out immediately, I'm going to be upset. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organized and consistent efforts. You know what? Sure. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yeah. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes. Which is really sad. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Hard disagree. Hard. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. Disagree. If a decision feels right, I feel like I'm going too fast through these, but I'm really scared that it's going to cut off. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Almost through. You often feel overwhelmed. Hard agree. You complete things Y'all know I can't read. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I'll do a mild disagree. Very, most times I'm very bad at doing that. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than following concrete steps. Um, I hate to do this, but I think it really depends. You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. You know what? Honestly, yeah. You struggle with deadlines. Hard agree. I'm pretty sure we've answered a question similar to this not too long ago. Like in the quiz. You feel confident that things will work out for you. No. Okay, what's my gender? I want to put other, but I'm gonna put female because why not? Do I have to do like a fucking thing? My INFP has not changed. It's the same. Also, I'm pretty sure I got this exact one. I don't know if there are other like INFP types, but mediator. Let's see. As an INFP mediator, you possess a rich inner world brimming with imagination, empathy, and idealism. Your compassionate nature and deep seated desire to understand the human experience make you a natural confidant and source of support for those around you. You approach life with a sense of wonder, always seeking meaning and authenticity in your experiences and relationships. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. Your creative, hello. Your creativity is a wellspring of inspiration, often manifesting in unique ideas and innovative solutions to complex problems. However, this same creativity can sometimes lead you to become lost in daydreams, making it challenging to navigate the more practical aspects of life. You have you have a profound capacity for empathy, following you to connect with others on a deep, almost intuitive level. And then we've got I definitely like I've gotten obviously like I've taken a quiz like this like twice in my life and it's pretty much been the same. I'm 69 stupid. I'm 69% introverted, 91% intuitive. So maybe that means that I am not good enough and I should die. 69% feeling, overthinking. Okay. 74 74 74 prospecting and this is amazing. I'm basically a fucking like bottom bitch omega. 92% turbulent over assertive. Okay, who made this? Oh, wait, there's like a lot. I'm not paying for anything. So I guess like I'm a sensitive bottom bitch. I want to take another quiz, but I don't think my phone is can do that. I want to take one time I took one of those Omegaverse like wannabe BuzzFeed quizzes, and I kept getting like little pussy bottom bitch boy, and for some reason that was very euphoric in a way. So that is me taking a MBTI quiz. I figured that it would still be INFP, but I was wondering if maybe things had changed. But honestly, I'm pretty sure these results were telling me that I was more submissive than um in past tests that I have taken of MBTI. But that is just that's just who I am. That's my life and nobody can change that. This was the video for what's today? Oh my god, my phone. This is the video for May 24th, 2026. It just hit midnight a minute ago. I think that's it, really. So, if you care, come back next time. Or don't. That's up to you. If I were you, I would not come back. I would report this channel, block this channel, and um, that's it. Leave a hate comment, dislike the video. If you're subscribed, unsubscribe. And yeah, don't forget to smile.